Howdy folks, welcome to Tale Trail. Today in this channel, we'll be sharing some real and raw stories about relationships and more. Stick around to hear how they made it through, or if they did. Without further ado, let's get into some tales together. The first story is titled, 2 Weeks Before My Wedding. My best friend confessed that the reason why me and my fiance got together and will be married is because of her. By username HoodieXTA. Throwaway account because everyone involved knows my main account. I don't know what to do. I've been sleepless for days because of this. I need to get this all off my chest or my heart might explode. My wedding is on the 19th, and my bachelorette party was last Saturday and was organized by my best friend Lucy. I partied with my bridesmaids, had some shots, and they were so excited for me marrying the love of my life, Erwin. We've been together for 3 years. After the party, everyone was wasted and went home, leaving Lucy and I in the Airbnb. I was not that drunk, at most tipsy, so I helped her clean up cause I'll be staying the night with her too. While we're cleaning, she's silent, which is very not her. She was very active during the party, so I thought she's just tired. So I told her I can finish up, and she can rest. So she went to the bedroom. While I was finishing the dishes, she returned to the kitchen. She told me that she needs to tell me something. So I stopped what I was doing. Then she said she's sorry. She did not expect that Erwin will ask me for marriage because it was a bet gone wrong. I was confused and asked her to elaborate. But what she basically told me is that when I first introduced them to each other, she and Erwin had a bet that if he can get me to marry him, she will exclusively date him. Apparently, they have been secretly dating since before I met Erwin. Their relationship was toxic, so they have these constant breaks, but on this particular break, she allowed him to date anyone. That's when Erwin and I met. When I asked her why she's only telling me this now, she said that she felt guilty. She didn't want to hurt me, but she didn't want to take full accountability and acknowledged Erwin's part in this. She was trying to convince Erwin to come clean together, but he refused and told her that the bet was long gone because he was genuinely in love with me already. When I asked her if she still has feelings for Erwin, she answered yes, and she realized how good of a man Erwin is now. When I asked if Erwin knows how she feels about him, she answered no. But if I allow her, she'll confess her feelings for him. At that point, I just left. I had no energy left even if I want to slap her at that moment. I feel so played and betrayed and humiliated. The two closest people in my life made me a pawn to their sick games. I don't know what to do, where to start. I'm so confused. It's been 3 days and I haven't told anyone yet, not even Erwin, who is in Hong Kong, not even my parents. Lucy hasn't tried to contact me, and I think she didn't say anything yet to Erwin. The wedding is in 2 weeks. How do I face this? Let's read some additional information given by OP in the comments. Hi. I've been reading comments, and a lot of you have been helpful. Thank you for your kind words. When I wrote my original post, I was emotional. Maybe that's why I have omitted some important facts. Also, I am not a native English speaker, so maybe some stuff was lost in translation. Just want to add something here for context. Lucy and I have been friends for 11 years since high school. We even attended the same university but different courses. During college, we had a bit of falling out due to our busy schedules, but after graduation, we reconnected. But she isn't as open to me now as she was before. When I ask about her love life, she'll say that she's not ready for dating, only do casual flings. She once introduced me to her then boyfriend. So yes, I admit I was kinda crappy friend and did not keep up with her flings. I work corporate and Lucy works remotely. So sometimes she stays for a month or so on an island or a beach, so we rarely see each other. But we always get together when she's in my city. Lucy is not my maid of honor. My sister is my maid of honor, but she's still in university for exams, so Lucy took over planning the bachelorette party. When I said that I introduced Lucy and Erwin to each other, I meant I introduced Erwin as my boyfriend to Lucy. Sorry if that's confusing. As for Lucy and Erwin's relationship, I don't know the timeline yet. Now for the update. Hey y'all, a lot of you here DM'd me for an update. I figured I owed everyone an update, especially those who reached out. Hi everyone. I didn't expect this post to blow up. When I wrote my original post, I was emotional. Maybe that's why I have omitted some important facts. Also, I am not a native English speaker, so maybe some stuff I wrote was lost in translation. I also commented on my original post about my history with Lucy if you're interested. A little history of how Erwin and I met. We met at a company event. My company was the host, and his was one of our clients. We bonded over the after party and exchanged numbers. Days after, he added me on Facebook. I actually saw that he and Lucy were mutual friends. So I asked him if they knew each other. He answered yes, and they met during their internship days, but they weren't close. I asked Lucy too, and she confirmed it too, so I didn't make a big deal of it. We began casually dating, no labels, just see where things go. I know that he's been seeing someone else at this time as I do too. But when we admitted to wanting to make things official with us, we broke up with our casual flings. And the rest is history. I appreciate everyone who reached out. Thank you for the kind messages, and it made me realize to think of my situation logically. So I did. And yes, Erwin and I already talked. I picked him up from the airport yesterday and told him about Lucy's confessions. He went pale, but he was calm. He told me to ask everything I want to know, and he will answer truthfully. I'll try to summarize everything here. Did he know that I was Lucy's best friend when we met? No. They didn't talk much about their personal lives when they were together. But he knows that Lucy's best friend's name is my name. But when we met, he didn't really put the pieces together. How long were they dating before we met? He did not keep count because they were on and off again, but they were casually seeing each other for around 4 months before we met. And in his mind, they were never official as they didn't label their relationship. He did try to pursue her, but she kept messing up with his head, so when she allowed him to date when they were on a break, he thought of it as a way out. Did they really bet on me? Yes, but he did not take it seriously. He also did not initiate it. When did the bet happen? It happened days after I introduced him as friend to Lucy. He admitted that since we were still not exclusively dating, he still sees Lucy. Lucy initiated the bet, and if he does win, she will know that he is mature enough to seriously date. When did their relationship end? A month or so before we made our relationship official, he already broke things off with Lucy because he was starting to fall for me. Lucy took it well and did not even bring up the bet. Why all of a sudden Lucy brought up the bet? Lucy started bringing it up after we made our engagement official. He admitted to have forgotten about the bet until she reminded her of it. So when Lucy reached out to come clean, he refused because he didn't really think that it was serious. Is he aware of Lucy's feelings? No. He genuinely thinks that Lucy is happy for us. Right now, I don't know where to go from here. I believe him, but I just don't like the idea that the foundation of our relationship is from a bet. Whether it be serious or not, it's still not good. Can we rebuild trust from here? I don't know, but I'm willing to try. Aside from this issue, Erwin has been a great boyfriend, and I don't want to make harsh decisions about us and regret in the end. What I do know now is that we need to call off the wedding. He told me that he'll understand if I don't want to go on with our wedding anymore, but he asked me to consider our relationship because he loves me and he'll do anything to regain my trust back. I also learned that Lucy actually tried to contact Erwin days after the bachelorette party, but Erwin missed her calls. She's still not reaching out to me, but I don't care anymore. Many of you say that she's sabotaging our relationship. This is her last-ditch effort to have Erwin by herself, and I think you're right. It just hurts that our 11 years of friendship have to end this way. So there. I think this will also be my last update. Everything from here on will be Erwin and I's decisions. Thank you everyone for listening. I'm so sorry to hear about the betrayal you've experienced, Opie. It's never easy to navigate such situations, and it's okay to feel a range of emotions. Allow yourself the space to grieve, and consider seeking support from trusted friends, family, or a counselor. The next story is titled, Am I Wrong for Telling My 28-year-old Male Girlfriend 25-year-old Female that she went too far in messing with her sister? By username Azul Saw. My girlfriend is low contact with her parents and older sister. She has a difficult relationship with them. She felt bullied by her sister Cora, 31 female, growing up. Her mother was frequently ill and depressed, and her father traveled for work for months at a time. They were kind of poor, so Cora did multiple jobs since her teens and was controlling and domineering with her siblings about chores and schoolwork. My girlfriend has a lot of resentment about her unpleasant childhood and has pushed back by sabotaging things for Cora in silly and petty ways. Cora got married to her boyfriend of 3 years about 6 months ago. My girlfriend flew over to attend but did act bratty to mess with Cora. It was mostly minor stuff like not confirming travel plans till the last minute, so Cora was forced to pay more for plane tickets, changing her mind about her dress frequently, so Cora had to buy and return outfits multiple times. There were a few other things too, like messing with some organized plans and refusing to do things she committed to. I don't really like it or understand it, but she feels it's important for such payback to bring a balance to her relationship with her sister. Where I feel she went too far is that the night before the wedding, she had a long talk with the groom about how difficult and short-tempered Cora can be. He has a kid, 6 male, from his previous marriage, and she knew they were planning on having more kids right after they got married. She told him that Cora hates little children and will bully them. The newlyweds ended up having a lot of fights over their honeymoon because the groom wanted to postpone having kids and change how much involvement Cora would have with her stepdad. Cora found out recently that the conflicts are because her sister had this talk with her husband, and she's been blowing up at my girlfriend. She feels upset at my girlfriend's interference because she wanted to have kids soon, and my girlfriend feels justified because she's convinced Cora would be an awful mother. I told her that it wasn't right for her to meddle in her sister's marriage just to mess with her, but she feels that nothing she said is untrue, so she was morally right to do so. We have been having arguments about this, and my girlfriend is now mad at me. ETA. I've been asked this multiple times. So Cora is the oldest. Their parents had separated after she was born, then got back together a few years later and had 3 more kids one after another. My girlfriend is the second oldest. The youngest 2 are close to both my girlfriend and Cora and ignore the conflict between the 2. Cora did different short-term jobs for extra money before she got her full-time job. She didn't do 2+ jobs at the same time. Let's read some comments made by the OP. One user says, so by being forced to parent her siblings as a teen and being tough about homework and chores, girlfriend feels justified in sabotaging her sister. It sounds more ungrateful than anything. Your girlfriend needs serious anger management and general therapy. None of this is healthy or acceptable. To which the OP responds, I haven't been able to present a full picture of my girlfriend's childhood in a few lines in this post, but it was awful. She grew up under the power of a sibling who was frequently angry and abrasive. She yelled at her siblings a lot and fought with their parents all the time. She did provide for them, but my girlfriend feels that she used money to excuse her shortcomings. My girlfriend says she's been through therapy before and it has helped her a lot. I agree she's not dealing with her sister in the most healthy manner, and she may go no contact with her altogether, and that might be better. She is not like this in her other relationships. Another user asks, she told him that Cora hates little children. Is this right or wrong? And the OP says, I don't know Cora personally, so I can't say. My girlfriend claims this based on her childhood experiences with her sister. And then we have the update. My girlfriend, Sia, and I had a lot of arguments about her behavior. She got angry and broke up with me. I am still stuck with her for a bit because we share an apartment with 2 other roommates, and my lease ends in a few weeks. Sia and her siblings have been arguing a lot about this, and here's what I gathered from what I've been told and from overhearing the daily drama. Sia has been doing this since they were little kids. Whenever she feels Cora is being too bossy and demanding, she'll sabotage her by messing up things. Cora has no idea. She thinks Sia is clumsy or forgetful and just works harder to fix things. She doesn't realize that Sia does it on purpose. Their younger siblings know but ignore it. Sia has talked about Cora behind her back a few times in the past, that she has anger problems and is mean. According to Sia, everyone knows she's short-tempered and yells a lot, but people like her because she helps them and is a fixer. I heard Cora tell her that she knows Sia talks about her like this and has accepted that, but still didn't think that she'd do it at her wedding. What Cora is really shocked about, though, is that Sia called her a bad mother and that she hates kids. Cora sees herself as a good mother figure and did not see this coming from her sister. All the siblings rely on Cora as the parental figure instead of their actual parents. So Cora has helped her siblings with school, college, and just about every facet of learning to adult things. Her siblings still call her first for help with anything. Even Sia does that. A couple of months ago, she totaled her car and panicked and called Cora first. Cora walked her through everything and helped her deal with insurance. Sia is still adamant that she did the right thing. When she talked to her brother-in-law, he was surprised to hear that Cora was short-tempered or that she yells. He hadn't seen that side of her. Sia thinks her telling him that means now he won't be shocked when he sees the real her and they'll be in a stronger marriage. Cora and her husband have since fixed their issues and are doing well together again. Sia feels like her actions have actually helped Cora, and so she has nothing to complain about. I think it's more likely that brother-in-law witnessed these sibling arguments and realized how things are. Cora hosts Thanksgiving for the entire family and also organizes a family vacation every year. In her arguments, she angrily told Sia not to come to these events this year. She doesn't want her there. Sia complained to their mom, and Mom berated Cora for trying to break the family. Cora blew up and is not going to do Thanksgiving at all. That offended a lot of people, and everyone is giving her a hard time for overreacting. Sia is sure she'll get over it and host again. I'll be moving out soon and probably won't have any more insights into this family drama. Let's read some comments by the community. One user says, so Cora pays to fly her sister out, pays for her dress, including the many changes she decided to make last minute, and Sia tries to ruin her marriage and relationship? Then Opie tries to justify it by saying the teenager, now responsible for kids and having to financially provide for said kids, was abrasive? That she yelled at them to do their chores and homework? That since as a teenager she wasn't sunshine and rainbows raising other people's kids, then she must hate children. I'm glad it seems things got sorted between Cora and her husband. I hope she can cut the toxicity out of their lives before they have kids. Maybe the two youngest siblings are okay. Another comment reads, wow, Sia is a piece of crap. How do you make it to 25 without understanding parentification and that Cora was a victim of abuse? How can you be so awful to someone who you still rely on to fill a parental role when they are not your actual parent? Cora would be much better off cutting off contact with the rest of the family. Everyone here needs a whole lot of therapy. And the last one, the parents are obviously the worst, but wow, Sia is a nasty piece of childish work. Sociopath levels of brattiness and sabotage, and for what? What does she earn back by this revenge? A stable childhood? Real parents? I hope Cora stops taking Sia's calls when Sia needs her one semi-competent parental figure to hold her fully adult hand and doing anything scary. Cora is the only safe person for Sia to lash out at, and that's so sad because she's ruined her relationship with quite possibly the only mature person in her family. And poor Cora went through all of that parentification and is being punished for being the only disciplinarian setting reasonable boundaries and expectations for her siblings. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you for tuning into our stories today. If you found it engaging or have thoughts to share, drop a comment below. Your feedback means the world to us. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell to stay updated. Until next time, take care.